Hi there, I am Barbie Malibu Roberts.
And I'm Barbie Brooklyn Roberts. This is the You Can Be Anything series.
Today we're exploring science with Elena Anale, meeting music legend Gloria Estefan, and upcycling with School of Rock.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
You can do anything you want to do. You can be anything.
My name is Elena Anale. I'm 13 years old, and I love science. At 12 years old, I was the youngest to intern for NASA, and at 13, I was the youngest African American to be accepted into med school. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. I love STEM so much that I started my own foundation called the Brownstone Girl for young girls like me to show how awesome and fun STEM is. Today, I'm going to teach you about DNA. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, which is way too long to say, so we just call it DNA. DNA is the material that carries the important information about how living things will look and function. DNA tells us what color our eyes will be, what color our hair will be, and how our organs work. Now let's do a fun experiment and extract some DNA from some food. Today, Gabby, Emerson, and I will be extracting DNA from fruit. But first, we have to get into our lab gear. Let's get into it. To get started, you will need a reusable bag and your fruit. Gabby will have the banana. It's okay. And Emerson will have the strawberries. Step 1. Mush a banana with salt, liquid soap, and water. We're mushing it up to extract all the juices. Step 2. Strain your fruit solution into a glass. Step 3. Have an adult add cold rubbing alcohol. This is my mom, and she's going to be the adult who is pouring the rubbing alcohol into our solutions. We are going to stir the rubbing alcohol and our solutions together, just so they're well combined. And now we wait for 5 minutes. Step 4. After 5 minutes, you should see the DNA rising to the top. You have 60% of your DNA in common with the banana. Did you guys have fun with this experiment today?
Yeah!
Thank you for learning about DNA with me. And remember, you can be anything. Back to you, Barbie.
I don't know about you, but I love to dance and sing. It feels so good to just get up and move to music.
Just like every living thing has DNA that teaches us how to grow,
every culture has its own style of music that teaches us how to move.
Today we get to talk to Gloria Estefan.
She's one of the best-selling female singers of all time and has been awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
She helped bring Cuban music to the world.
Hi, Gloria. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Hi, girls. So excited to answer your questions.
What are other ways I can be involved with music?
There are amazing ways, making music a part of your projects, learning an instrument, guitar or piano or sax. I started singing when I started talking. It came with me. It was like breathing for me. Music always fulfilled me and made me feel happy. So you can work music practically into any career that you can imagine that you could do.
What does it mean to be successful?
So to me, success is being able to be with people you love, being able to find the thing that you love to do, because if you get up and do something that you love doing every day of your life, that's a huge success already.
What inspires your music?
To me, life inspires my music. Emotions that you feel. It's a beautiful way to give people words to express their emotions and thoughts when they may not have those words.
When people learn about you, what would you like them to remember?
Cuando la gente piensa en ti, ¿por qué te gustaría ser recordada?
Creo que mi legado, o por lo menos me gustaría que mi legado fuera compartir mi cultura a través de la música. No solo canciones como Conga y Get On Your Feet, que están en inglés y tienen el sabor latino, pero discos como Mi Tierra, que realmente muestran las raíces de donde salió mi música en español en una forma linda a través de la música.
When Gloria performs, she's got the help of a big band.
Let's listen to some of the instruments and see if we can guess them.
Let's give it a try. Here's the first one. Oh, I know it. It's a saxophone.
Oh.
Nice job.
Saxophones are woodwind instruments, but they're actually made of brass.
Okay, let's try the next one. Oh, a guitar.
All right.
Good job.
This particular kind of guitar is called a classical guitar.
It's smooth and soft.
Did you know Gloria plays the same guitar she played when she was our age?
Whoa, I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Here's one more we can try.
Okay, I know this one. It's the drums, but I think they're congas.
Fantastic.
Drums have a really important job.
Drums keep the beat so all the musicians stay together.
And they keep us grooving on the dance floor.
Thanks for teaching us about music today, Gloria.
And remember, you can be anything.
Back to you, Barbie.
Let me tell you, I love the You Can Be Anything series because you can learn so much. I get to meet so many cool new friends. Don't you feel so inspired? Let's keep it going.
Ready?
Hey everybody, my name is Drama Wyatt and I'm a professional drummer and music teacher at School of Rock. Here at School of Rock, we teach kids and adults not only theory, but how to play as a band. We teach singing, guitar, bass, keys, and my favorite instrument to teach is the drums. Today we've got a totally different challenge for our students. We're going to upcycle household items to make instruments. Hey everyone, have any of you ever heard of upcycling?
Yeah.
Zoe, what is it?
It's when you reuse something that's in your house and turn it into something useful.
Yeah, nice. And that's what we're gonna do right now. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Zoe, what are you gonna make?
I'm gonna make a guitar. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm making a maraca.
Nice.
This is one of my parents' soup cans. I upcycled it and I turned it into this cool drum when it would have been thrown away.
My favorite part is that it's used out of things that you've already used so that you can reuse stuff and help the environment.
Cool. Is everyone ready to play?
Yeah!
Let's see how these upcycled instruments sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome job, everyone. Wasn't it cool that we were able to make instruments out of things that we just would have thrown away?
Yeah!
I had so much fun today making the instruments. And remember, outside of the musicians, it takes a whole bunch of people to get this going. It takes the mixers, the engineers, and the film crew. We hope that we inspired you to pick up an instrument.
Performing makes my heart so happy. Whether I am totally rocking out with Brooklyn or dancing alone in my room.
It's so good to express yourself, and it doesn't always have to be in front of people or on a stage. Just turn on your favorite music and dance and sing like no one's watching.
Until next time, keep dancing. And remember, you can be anything.
You can do anything you wanna do. You can be anything you wanna be. You can do anything you wanna do. You can be anything.
Hey everyone, welcome to the incredible You Can Be Anything series. Today we're animating with Ashlyn Anstey, dancing with B-Funk, and styling with Ashley Freeborn.
You can do anything you wanna do. You can be anything.
This is a series of fun stuff like performances and super inspiring women and girls and activities, all while we get to hang out together. So glad you're here.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Anstey, and I'm an animator, which means that I get to make cartoons for a living. Animation is actually made in a team, which means that some people do the drawing, and some people do the backgrounds and the painting, and then some people actually just color the whole thing. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make your own simple animation in the form of a flipbook.
You're gonna need index cards or sticky notes. You're of course going to need something to draw with. Having a clip clipped onto the side of your flipbook will make flipping a lot easier. A flipbook doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as a smiley face or a stick figure. Today we're going to be making animated flipbooks, and I'm here with my friends Mira and Leon. Let's take a look at a flipbook that I made before, which is like a bouncing ball. So this is kind of nice because sometimes faces are a little hard to draw. And remember that there's no such thing as mistakes. The art that you make comes from you. All right, so do you want to draw a flipbook?
Yeah.
Yes! Step 1, draw your first frame. So your first frame is going to be your starting expression. In this case, we're going to be doing a happy face because we're going from happy to surprised. I usually like to act out what I'm going to draw. Can you guys give me a big surprise like you just saw a rhinoceros running down the street? And think, what's going on in my face? My eyebrows are going up, my mouth is opening, I'm showing my teeth. Step 2, draw your next frame. It's going to be similar to your first frame, but just a little bit different. So a good idea to get reference for what you're going to be drawing is to look in a mirror. I would take a look, and then I can go look down and try to recreate that expression. Step 3, you're going to continue that, drawing another frame that's slightly less smiley, then a little bit more surprised, and then finally a surprised face. And this is where it gets a little tricky. We're going to flip between the two and see the expression change. Step 4, you're going to draw your final frame, the frame that you want to end your animation on. Step 5, hold your flipbook in one hand, and with the other hand, flip your pages so you can see your drawings move.
I made a wolf who's going from like, you know how like dogs breathe and go like that to smiling?
That's awesome. And Leon, what did you make?
I made Joe, and he's very silly, and then he goes into shocked and smiling.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, you can be anything. Bye! Back to you, Barbie.
We live in a world of endless possibilities. So next up, we have a special guest who is going to share what she does and how you can dream big just like her.
Hi friends, my name's Ashley Freeborn and I started a company called Smash and Tess. When I was a little girl, I used to love to upcycle my clothes. Upcycling's kind of like recycling where you take something you already have and make it into something new. So you actually get to design your own clothing. Pretty cool, huh? I didn't always make clothes. In fact, I was a teacher for a long time, but fashion was always my passion, and so I left my job and started Smash and Tess with my mom and my best friend. We're all different, so we wanted to create clothes that make you feel comfortable and confident. I'd like to introduce you to a couple of my special friends and collaborators, Sophia and Aaliyah.
Hi!
Let's show everyone the really cool clothes we made out of our old t-shirts. So my best friend always had this oversized pink shirt that I loved. So we cut it, we added this cute tie to the front, and then we trimmed a triangle along the top seam to make it a different neckline. This, believe it or not, used to be a dress shirt that we cut up and made into the most functional and adorable apron with a great tie on the front. Would you like to make a shirt like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see that you both changed. Well, I love both the colors. They're beautiful and they look great, but how do they feel on you?
This one, the long sleeves are like very long.
Well, it's very big.
Why don't we get to it and see what you want to do?
Yeah, it sounds so much fun.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I could get a tiny piece of this, like a strip, and then after I could tie it around as if it was a bow, and that would look cute.
Like, what if we took it and we just created a cool tie?
Exactly.
I like it. What do you think?
It looks very cute.
Cute. What about the sleeves?
We could roll it up.
We could use some fabric to tie it.
Yeah.
So, Aaliyah, I love this color on you. What would you like to do with this shirt?
Remove this long sleeve.
Yeah.
And then we could use a ribbon to put it right here, so it's kind of like hanging. here we could remove this bottom to make it into a shirt, and so we could have some buttons.
Great idea. I love it. We had so much fun upcycling our shirts. Let's walk through a little bit of what we did to bring these to reality. We removed the lower part, tied it in the cutest knot to go with your very cute jeans, added a little poof like you wanted, and voila, we made you an amazing shirt out of your dad's old dress shirt. And Sophia, we took an arm from Aaliyah's dress shirt and made it into the cutest little band. We rolled the sleeves and created a nice pleating effect by just folding it. What I love about it too is that it looks like a collection because we've mixed and matched the colors together, the light pink, the darker purple, like we planned it all along. Thank you so much for letting me share my passion with you today. I had such a good time. And remember, you can be anything.
I don't know about you, but I love to dance and sing. It feels so good to just get up and move to music. Remember when Ken taught me to bongo dance? That was so much fun. Well, we've brought back our friends from B-Funk to teach us some new moves. I can't wait.
We're so excited to be here with you today. I'm Shivani.
And I'm Chaya.
And we are B-Funk.
Today we're gonna be doing some Bhangra fusion.
So bring your smiles and your energy. We wanna dance with you. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. For dancing with us. Remember, you can be anything. Thanks, Barbie.
Performing makes my heart so happy, whether I am totally rocking out with Brooklyn or dancing alone in my room.
It's so good to express yourself, and it doesn't always have to be in front of people or on a stage. Just turn on your favorite music and dance and sing like no one's watching.
Until next time, keep dancing. And remember, you can be anything.
You can do anything you want to do. You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. You can be anything.
Hi everyone, Barbie here. Welcome to a very special episode of the Barbie You Can Be Anything series. There are so many amazing jobs and people that help us explore the universe. Today we get to meet some of those brilliant people. Ready for takeoff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
You can do anything you want to do. You can be anything.
Hi, I'm NASA astronaut Kayla Barron, here with you in the cupola aboard the International Space Station. The cupola is the biggest window we have aboard the space station, and one thing that's really cool about it is it shows us 360-degree views. Right now, we are orbiting over the southern United States. Actually, Looking out the window off to my left here, I see our hometown of Houston. We're passing over Houston right now, where Mission Control helps us operate the space station every single day. We get a really unique perspective up here. I think the most common thing astronauts say when they look out this window for the first time is they notice how interconnected our planet is. When you look at maps in class, usually they're colored to show the borders between states or countries, but up here you recognize that the Earth is really connected. In addition to just getting to look out the window and see some incredible things like auroras, volcanic eruptions, amazing sunrises and sunsets, we also can document what our experience is like, both for our memories, but also for science.
Have you ever dreamed about what it would be like to go to outer space? I know I have. Today, we'll hear from astronauts about what it's like to float among the stars. How amazing is that? I never really thought about all the different careers out there in space other than the obvious ones like astronaut or scientist.
Oh, we'll still need those, and engineers, and all the other cool jobs people do to get us into space. But once we're there, the sky's the limit, literally.
We are in the cupola right now aboard the International Space Station, and we wanted to share a little bit what it's like to live and work in space. Raja, what are some of your favorite things to do besides work on the ISS? What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, I think my favorite thing to do in my free time is two things, really. Come to the window and look out the window. On the Earth, if you live really far north or really far south, every once in a while you might get to see the aurora, but up in space, you get to see it pretty much every day if you come out here, and you can see it when you look towards the poles, and it's really cool. It looks like a green curtain dancing around on the Earth. And then my second thing that I like to do is just float. And so just like the microphone floats, we get to float. And so getting to fly through the different parts of the station is pretty cool. And I'm gonna I'll miss that when I come back home and having to walk again. I'd much rather fly around.
Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And imagine you are in space. What would that be like to have your arms and your hair just weightless? To have objects just floating and moving slowly and quietly past you.
Every single day we do cool science and engineering research here in this module, including one of my favorite projects aboard the space station, the astrobees. The astrobees, like Bumblebee here, are actually free-flying autonomous robots that are capable of doing simple tasks, different chores around the station, so that astronauts, human astronauts like me, can focus on doing the things that only humans can do. A few examples of the cool things that the Bumblebees can do, things like looking for lost items. They could either use their camera or a special sensor that reads a special tag called an RFID sensor to look for things that we lose, which unfortunately happens all of the time up here because objects float. So if you let go of something and look away for too long, it might sneak off and you might not see it again. So Bumblebee could help us find it. It's a really cool project because there are a lot of scientists and engineers on the ground that are coming up with really creative jobs to train the astrobees to do. And in future missions, like on the Moon and Mars, we're going to become more and more dependent on robot companions, both inside our habitats where we live and also outside. They could gather data or scout new areas for us to go explore on spacewalks. So astrobees are really fun to work with. I personally can't wait to see what they're going to teach them to do next.
We're learning how to grow our own food on Mars. So we'll need farmers and chefs and nutritionists who will make sure we have plenty of yummy, balanced breakfasts.
Right now I'm here at our veggie facility, which is a really cool laboratory that allows us to grow plants in space. Scientists are working really hard to understand how to grow plants in space for a couple of different reasons. They could help improve our air quality. It's actually a huge psychological benefit. It makes us feel good to take care of living creatures, even if they're plants. When we got here, Mark had just harvested chili peppers. We ate them in a taco night. It was really fun. One cool scientific discovery that's come out of this facility, we've actually found even in space, in this apparent microgravity environment, plants still grow in one direction, towards their light source. So as long as they have consistent light, they'll all grow upward towards the light at the top of this facility. Hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the veggie facility and all of the awesome space botany we do up here aboard the International Space Station.
Thanks a million for hanging out with me and our super talented new friends. Aren't they so inspiring? It's great to hear how people are following their dreams. It reminds us that you can be anything. See you next time.
You can do anything you wanna do. You can be anything you wanna be. You can do anything you wanna do. You can be anything.
Hi everyone, Barbie here. Welcome back to the You Can Be Anything series. Today, we are exploring with the amazing Jane Goodall, playing games with new friends and learning about chimps from Dr. Tensia. So stick around.
You can do anything you wanna do. You can be anything.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jane Goodall, or Dr. Jane, and I'm what's known as an ethologist. That's somebody who studies behavior. In my case, chimpanzee behavior. I dreamed when I was 10 years old that I would go to Africa, live with wild animals, and write books about them. Everybody laughed at me except my mother. And she said, if you really want to do this, you've got to work really hard, take advantage of every opportunity, and if you don't give up, you'll find a way. I think when I look back on those early years of research, the best years of my life, by the way, it was seeing the first chimpanzee to lose his fear of me, David Greybeard, using pieces of grass to fish termites from their mounds. So David Greybeard was using and making tools to fish for termites. And at that time, science had decided that only human beings used and made tools. And the fascinating thing about animals is all these different species have different behaviors that have evolved to fit into different kind of lifestyles. And it's endlessly fascinating. We're still finding so much new every day.
Hi, Jane. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Valentina.
We're so excited to learn more about you and how to explore nature.
What are some things you learned about animals while studying in Africa?
I think one of the most important things that I've learned about animals in all the years that I've been out there is that every single individual animal has his or her own personality. It's not just chimpanzees making up a complicated society, rather like our human society, except that they don't speak.
We're out on a hike and taking field notes. What should we be looking for?
I would be looking for how many different kinds of birds do I see? What are they doing? Do I catch a glimpse of some little furry animal? What is it? What was it doing? And then also there are the amazing plants. How many plants do you find? Do you know the names of them? If you don't know the names of them, somebody perhaps can tell you. I used to make many drawings, and then I would show those drawings to a teacher, and the teacher would be able to tell me, well, that's such and such a bird, or that's such and such a plant.
Is this how you made your discoveries?
Oh, gradually, as I went on more and more hikes, I learned more and more, and I learned to see more and more things and be interested in the insects and what's under that fallen log. Let's have a look, and then put it carefully back. And the field notes give you a history, a story of how you gradually learned more and more.
It is so empowering to see women who have followed their dreams. It really shows us that we can be or do anything and everything we want. I'm truly loving the girl power we're seeing here. So let's see what we get to do next.
Do you want to play a game with us?
See if you can guess the animal with us.
These are pretty tough.
Do you think you can get the right answer? Tiger.
Yes! Did you know tigers have stripes so they can blend into tall grass and trees?
Cheetah.
Oh, cheetah.
Yeah, cheetah. How many spots do you think the average cheetah has?
The average cheetah has around 2,000 spots, and all cheetahs have their own unique pattern. Oh!
It looks like a leopard.
Leopard?
Yeah. Jaguar?
Jaguar?
Did you know the spots on a leopard and jaguar are called rosettes because they look like roses?
I love roses!
Jaguars have large rosettes that have spots in them.
Leopards have small and solid rosettes.
Giraffe.
Yes! Do you know how many spots an average giraffe has?
An average giraffe has around 200 spots for camouflage. Back to you, Barbie!
We live in a world of endless possibilities. So, next up, we have a special guest who is going to share what she does and how you can dream big just like her.
Hello, my name is Dr. Rebecca Tencia. I'm the executive director of the Jane Goodall Institute in Congo, in Republic of Congo. I'm from Spain, and since I was very little, I always loved to be in nature. The Sanctuary of Chimpunga was created to rescue chimpanzees, rescue them, rehabilitate them, and release them back into the wild. I love to work with chimpanzees. They are so curious. They have emotions. They love, they hate. They have friends, they have enemies. They are so much like us. And sometimes you understand more about the human behavior when you see chimpanzee behavior. Did you know that chimpanzees are our closest living relatives? We share 98% of DNA with chimpanzees, and many other things like kindness and being so smart. Chimpanzees communicate through noises called vocalizations. Different chimpanzee calls mean different things. Dr. Jane Goodall often uses the chimpanzee call no panhood, which means, hello, I'm Jane. If you really care for animals and you want to do your career with animals, there are many ways. You can be a scientist like Dr. Jane Goodall. You can be a veterinarian like myself. You can be a conservationist and work with communities. You can be a caregiver. There are many ways. The thing is to have passion in the thing that you do and passion in the thing that you are going to do in future, and think that anything that you want is possible. And just remember that you can be anything.
What can I do to help the environment?
I began Roots and Shoots with just 12 high school students who wanted to help in different ways. Roots and Shoots, the main message, every single one of us makes an impact on the planet every single day. And we can choose what sort of impact we make. And secondly, because in the rainforest, I learned how every little plant and animal is interconnected. They all have a role to play in this beautiful, complex web of life. And you may feel that what you're doing is just something small and insignificant, and that may make you feel kind of hopeless. But just remember, when hundreds and thousands and millions of people just like you are all doing something to make the world better, wow, we make a huge difference. You can go for a walk in nature, learn to love it, and then protect it.
Thanks for teaching us about nature and animals, Dr. Jane.
You're the best, Dr. Jane.
And remember, you can be anything.
Thanks a million for hanging out with me and our super talented new friends. Aren't they so inspiring? It's great to hear how people are following their dreams. It reminds us that you can be anything. See you next time.
You can do anything you want to do. You can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. You can be anything.